Hi, it's Vex, and today we have Brothers War Top 10 video. Well, they're upside down, you can't see them, but wow, this set was much more powerful than Dominaria United. And I'm excited for the power level, a little scared, but excited for the power level that is introduced in this set because I finally feel like I have really a good top 10 that's actually worthy of a top 10, even more than the Commander Legends. All right, let's just get right into it. This set is all about, machines and such, but it's interesting to see non-machine cards make it into here. Let's do it. Top 10. Let's start. First, of course, an honorable mention. They fixed it. They finally fixed it. Field of Ruin is no longer a commander card. You have Demolition Field, which is the correct card for commander. Tap, add a colorless, same as Field of Ruin, of course. 2, tap, sack, destroy target non-basic land opponent controls. That land's controller may search their library for a basic land card and put it into the battlefield. Then shuffle. You may search your library for a basic land card and put it into the battlefield. Then you shuffle. So, instead of you blowing up a land and each other player, all 4 players get a land, it's now kind of like almost like a fixed goal score. You blow up a land, they get a land, you get a land to replace this land. So it all breaks even. Everybody gets a land. But you're the winner because you can get yourself a basic land that produces mana, and they lose their Guy's Cradle and such. So that's the honorable mention. Put it over the side. Number 10. Now, these cards are so powerful. I could have made a top 20, to be honest. These cards are so hard to slice and dice. But number 10, proper. One with the multiverse. I only have a full version. 6 blue enchantment. So it costs 8. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. Really cool. You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. Okay, so it's kind of like a future sight. I really like this because they do the look at the top card instead of revealed, or play with it revealed. Kind of like the difference between Courser of Prufix and Augur of Autumn. I really like that you still have hidden information. Then you keep playing cards from the top of your library, like cantrip stuff, keep playing that. And then the interesting part is once during each of your turns, you may cast a spell from your hand or top of your library without paying its mana cost. So you get like a one-time Omniscience from top of your library or your hand. I think it's really good. This card doesn't look as scary as Omniscience because when somebody plays Omniscience, you're like, oh my god, I gotta kill that player now. Player removal. This is a really powerful card. Lets you just, go off in a more seemingly safe way. Safe for your opponent. It's not safe for you, of course. So I really like this card. And it lets you cast it from top of the deck and from hand, so it gives you cool options. You can Sensei Divine, top something back, and just get card advantage. So I think that's a really neat card. Number 9, right here. Boom, Haywire Might. Wow, this is an innocent looking card, but very powerful. Now remember, there's a card called Urza's Saga. Anything with a 1 or 0 casting cost is eligible to be fetched with Urza's Saga. So essentially you have 2 versions of any card like Soul Ring, Skull Clamp, Soul Guide, Lantern, Expedition Map with Urza's Saga. Now, Haywire Might. Why I think this card is insanely good is when it dies, you gain 2 life. That's fine. That's like trinket text. Pay 1 green, sack it. Exile. Target non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. And being able to exile something is insane. Number 8. Boom. Urza Silex. I've always wanted a card that does equalization of permanents. This is close to balance. In a way, it's not balanced, of course. Let's just say it, but it's close to it. 3, 2 white to activate legendary artifact. Exile Urza Silex. Each player chooses 6 lands they control. Destroy all other permanents. Activate only as a sorcery. So, your green ramp deck that's ramped to 12 lands. My deck that has 6 lands, I'll activate, destroy 6 of your lands. I think it's totally fair land destruction because it puts everybody on the same foot. Now, there's more text, of course. When this is put into exile from the battlefield, because this thing exiles itself upon activation, so you can't destroy it. Exiles itself upon activation. Then when it's put in exile, you pay 2. Remember to float that mana. If you have 8 lands and stuff, float that mana. If you do search your library for a Planeswalker card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. That's just trinket text. In EDH we don't play that many Planeswalkers, but you can put that and use that. I wish it was a colorless activation, so I put in my Kozilek deck. I can search out Karn or Ugin. However, it's a white card, so don't forget that. Number 7. All right, let's see what we got. Boom. Hostile Negotiations. This is a really cool card. On surface, it's a card draw spell, but it's more than that. 3 black, instant, very good. Exile the top 3 cards of your library in a face-down pile. Then exile top 3 card of your library in another face-down pile. So 2 piles of 3, 6 cards total. Look at the cards in each pile. Then turn a pile of your choice face up. And opponent chooses one of those piles. Put that pile into your hand, the other into your graveyard. You lose 3 life. So it's essentially a 4 mana, instant speed, draw 3, which I think is really good because instant speed, if you don't need to destroy something with your instant speed trick, you could play this. 3 cards upside down, 3 cards face up. They don't know. It's kind of like which cards do I give them? Did they trick me? Who knows? Then you take those 3 cards and you put them in your graveyard for reanimation synergies and such. Very good card there. Number 6. Tokasia's Welcome. I can't pronounce that. 2 and a white enchantment. Whenever one or more creatures with mana value 3 or less enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. So, this is kind of like white card draw. They are really ramping up white card draw, and I love it because this card, Welcoming Vampire, Rumor Gatherer, and the original Mentor of the Meek. You got 4 cards with little tiny weenies. Because white is in this weird realm of having little tiny creatures, we want to give them a benefit by drawing you cards. Now, if you have this, Welcoming Vampire, Mentor of the Meek, Rumor Gatherer, you can start drawing a lot of cards each turn. So I really like this for little token decks and such, or little, this is my Shurikai deck, where you can make little creatures on each of your opponent's turns, so you can trigger that multiple times during the round, just once during your turn. So this is a really cool enchantment. All right, top 5. Number 5, we have, boom, Third Path Iconoclast. This is insane because, 1, it is a blue-red creature, human monk. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token. 2/1. So why I rank this really high, and this actually synergizes really well here, is because it is a young pyromancer that triggers on non-creature spells. So young pyromancer triggers on instants and sorceries. This can trigger on artifacts. This also makes artifacts, so powers off your artifact synergies. This is what, and it also makes it vulnerable to a Vanablast. But I digress. This in a spell center deck is good. Even your mana rocks make dudes. I really like this card. And then if you have an artifact synergy deck, third path Iconoclast, insane. Okay, number 4. Boom. Lauren of the Third Path. Get ready to see this card over and over again in EDH because this is a white version of Reclamation Sage. 2 and a white, legendary creature, human artificer, vigilance. When it ETBs, destroy target artifact or enchantment, just like Rex Sage. Same casting cost, even same power and toughness. However, it's got tap, you and target opponent each draw a card. Wow, more white card draw. This isn't as good as you just tap, you draw a card. But you put into play, blow something up. And the cool part is you can attack with vigilance and then tap, then negotiate who draws a card, who gets attacked. It's a really good white card. You'll see this everywhere. Get used to that. Number 3, we're getting down to the wire here. Number 3. Fade from History. Now, this is an artifact set, right? This destroys artifacts, makes artifacts dudes, an artifact. This is the card that I love because people are taking advantage of, Dockside Distortion synergies, artifact synergies, all this stuff. And, you think Vanablast is good. You'll see this over and over again. Or I hope you do, because it's 2 green sorcery. Each player who controls an artifact or enchantment creates a 2/2 bear creature token. So you get a constellation prize, right? Then destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Wow, they have not made this effect in a long time. This is insane, and it's in the right color, green, because green is usually the color I play the least amount of artifacts and enchantments in. I definitely least amount of artifacts because green has non-artifact ramp. Then you destroy everything. Imagine you playing against an artifact deck with a million of those dudes, and you play Fade. Somebody plays Fade from History, or I play my Shurikai Vehicles deck or my Bray Artifacts deck. I'm afraid fade into history because I am just totally toast with this card. This is why green is the most powerful color in EDH, to get cards like this that just wrecks most decks, most non-green decks. That is number 3. Wow, that's some powerful cards right there. Number 2. Boom, Brotherhood's End. Again with the artifact destruction. This is good because it's flexible. 1 red, sorcery. Choose 1. Brotherhood's End deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Kill some tokens, kill some weenie creatures. However, I love this is rated above Fade from History because it has this line. Destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. Okay, let's unpack that. This is a modal spell. That's why I like it better Fade from History, because sometimes if you're playing against creature decks, you need to damage. If you're playing against artifact decks, you need to destroy. This will not destroy Shorkai. However, it will destroy all the mana rocks and any non-indestructible lands that person has. Brotherhood's End would wipe them out, wipe all treasures out, clues, blood tokens, treasures, whatever, you name it. Wipe them all out. Signets, gone. Commander Sphere, gone. Hedron Archive would survive this. So remember that. I know it's pretty funny. Thinking about it a little bit, maybe these should be swapped because this is probably only good in Gruul decks. Maybe in other decks, you still have you can go Artifact Light in non-green decks because you're playing Mana Rocks too. However, this card, because of the modality of it, and very powerful. And if you know this card's in your deck and you see the battlefield, like you can plan for it. It's kind of like board wipes. You play a creature heavy deck, you have a creature board wipe. It might wipe your entire board. However, if you need to use it, you need to use it. Same for Brotherhood's End. And it has 2 modes, so it's very useful. All right, this is the number 1 card. This is a card you better get used to seeing this card all the time because it's one of the best cards I have ever seen for this archetype. This is Awaken the Woods. Just get ready. If you don't own this card, buy this card. This card will be the mega staple of landfall decks forever. Because I don't think they're ever going to make a card this powerful. Maybe they will in a long time. Awaken the Woods, X green. Create X 1/1 green 4-stride land creature tokens. That's it. Essentially, X green, trigger landfall X times. Wow. That's insane. You have big Omnath out. You pay 5 green. You get 5 big Omnath dudes. You have Avenger of Zendikar. 5 landfall triggers. Your planets get gigantic. You have Rampaging Baloth. Boom. You have Tetiova. Draw 1 million cards. Gain 1 million life. Not only do you have that, you have X lands that are something sick that can tap for mana the next turn. So you've ramped yourself. You've created token synergies. You've created landfall, created land tokens. I think this is the first time that there is a land token. You've created lands, which landfall helps. You created elves, like ramp elves. This is like explosive vegetation is 3 green, and it gets you 2 lands. This is essentially the same 4 mana, gets you 2 lands. Except for gets 2 lands, 2 creatures, 2 landfall triggers. Is an X spell. I can't believe they made this. Yes, I did buy like 20 of these. I don't know how many at this point. Because A, all my decks need them. B, I believe this card will go up. Buy yours now. I've seen it gone up already. I can't believe they did this. And get ready. Anyways, if you enjoy this video, give the video a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be alerted for new videos in the future. If you disagree with my top 10, tell me in the comments below what you would put in the top 10. What did I miss? I know I missed a lot. I swear this thing could be a top 20. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm out.